Hey everyone, I'm Cher Webb and today I'm going to be taking you through a first date makeup tutorial. I get asked so many questions about what to wear on a first date, what the do's and don'ts are, and how to make your makeup look polished, refined, and at its very best. I'm going to share some key player products that are going to be absolutely amazing for your first date, and also some tips and techniques on how to keep your foundation on for longer and your skin looking refined and polished and beautiful. And if you'd like to hear a bit more and see how I created this look today, then please stay tuned. Let's start with our skin prep the night before. I'm going to do a face mask because personally I think that the skin is the most important part of the whole makeup routine. If your skin's looking amazing, then everything else just falls into place. Try to avoid having a facial the day before your big date, just because if you have any kind of like extractions or you have any breakouts, you want to kind of avoid this if possible. But what I would say is the night before your date, maybe do your favourite nourishing gorgeous mask that's going to make you feel and look really radiant and glowy. So to get that glow, I'm going to use the Gravity Mud in Silver. I've used this product for ages and I always revert back to this one. Glam Glow do loads of different coloured masks and glittery ones, but this one for me, this is a classic. I'm just going to apply a really sheer layer of this across the face and leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes. This handy little brush means you can get it on really super quickly. So I've taken the mask off and I've just given the skin a once over with a little bit of Bioderma. I use this all the time in my kit and I use it on myself most days as well. So I'm going to give my skin some lovely serum based hydration with the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. Now I use this day and night. You just need a tiny little bit. So you massage that into the skin. Lovely, the skin is literally drinking that up a good in. I'm going to use the Sisley Black Rose Fusion Cream as my moisturiser. The reason why I've chose this is because it's nice and lightweight and it is like a drink for the skin, but it's not too rich. So if you're likely to get nervous before your date, which most people do, I know I absolutely crap myself, I get so nervous about it before. And on the day of your date, just wear something really lightweight on your skin, nothing too full on, nothing too rich. You can wear Moving on to primers now, I'm going to use an absolute classic. This is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. This is great for all skin types. You just need a pea-sized amount. This will help to tame down any redness, any overly oily areas. God, what a mouthful. And also it helps to keep the skin surface really smooth so your foundation will just glide on. Okay, so when it comes to your foundation or your CC cream, whatever it is that you use, pick something that you've used loads of times, something you feel really confident wearing, and something that you know just looks incredible on your skin. Now's not the time to try that new base you wanted to try forever. That goes with everything, to be fair. Stick to what you know and stick to the classics. So I'm going to go for the Taint Idol Ultra Wear from Lancome. This will last up to 24 hours because who knows how long your date's going to go on for at the end of the day. And this has got you covered, but not in a heavy way, which is why I really like it. I use shade 1. You just need a really small amount, if you can see that. A little bit on my brush. This brush is from Sephora, just number 45. And loads of bristles on the end. It's like a shaving brush, in fact. You want to pop it down the nose first of all, because your T-zone is where you're likely to get most shiny. So start from the middle and then work your way out. Sometimes with the longer wearing foundations, they tend to be quite thick, whereas with this one, you can actually apply it and really sheer it out. I do concealer after I've done my eyes, but that's a really sheer, lovely light veil of foundation, and it's going to last for up to 24 hours. Spend a little bit longer on your makeup for your first date. Do things like tweeze your eyebrows, curl your lashes, use a brush for your foundation, and really buff your eyeshadows if you're going to wear eyeshadows. Really perfect your lip if you're going to wear a lip. I think it's about just making sure that every area, every element has had a bit of attention, more than normal. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyebrows next. I'm going to use Benefit's Precisely My Brow Pencil. What I really like about these is you have one end which is a spoolie, and then the other end, this is so sharp that you can actually really pencil in any of those little hairs. Let me show you on my hand first of all. So you can actually create the appearance of real looking hairs. I use shade 3. So start off first of all by just brushing your eyebrows up. I like to make my brows a little bit fuller because I've got quite thin brows. Got a bit of mask in my hair. I probably wouldn't do a mask before my date. I'd definitely do it the night before. I always try and focus on the top of the brow to give me more height and a bit of a lift, Whatever your signature eye look is, go for that. If you love just like one colour across the eye, then do that on the night. If you like a little flick, then create that. Whatever your signature look is, stick to doing that because you want to look like you and the best version of you ever. So I'm going to start off with a base for the eye. This is called Lay and Low and it's by MAC Cosmetics and it's a nice kind of fleshy shade. Just use a nice blending brush. This is a 217 brush, also from MAC. My signature look would be a really soft smoky eye. Nothing too full on and not too many shades. I want to keep it really cool and modern and effortless looking. You don't want to look like you've tried too hard. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita palette, which I really, really love. There's 4 shades in there. So you've got a nice kind of reddy brown at the top there, a nice neutral shade and a couple of brown shades at the bottom and a nice mix of textures. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the really light shade on as my kind of base on top of the paint pot. Using a 239 brush from MAC. I like to almost press the product on top of the paint pot to make it last a bit longer as well. I'm just blending in the shades now with a lovely brush from Zoeva. This is an eye blending brush and the number is 228 and it's called the Luxe Crease. Teddy is like a chocolate brown soft kohl pencil and I just use a little bit just through my waterline, back and forth. So now I'm going to smudge the liner in with a little bit of this shade here. I like to try and use the same brush for as many different things and try and use maybe 4 or 5 brushes for the whole look. So for my mascara today, I'm going to use the Unlimited mascara from L'Oreal. Now this is probably one of my favourite drugstore products. It's $7.99. And the brush is just the right size. There's not too much product on it. It doesn't clump and it makes your lashes look almost like falsies. Like it's so quick and easy to use. Like I say, there's no clumping. It lengthens and thickens, but the way the brush is shaped, you don't end up with it kind of getting messy inside this bit here. I like to put a little bit underneath for my lashes. Not too much because they can look a bit spidery. What I tend to do is put it on and then what I like to do is just almost grab the ends and just pull any product away so that they're not too spidery looking. I'm going to start concealing under the eye. This is from Sisley and this is called the Stylo Luminaire and has a little sponge on the end and you twist the product up. I like to pop a little bit in this part here. This always gets forgotten about. These bits inside here carry so much shadow. Pop a bit there and then a couple of bits here and here, but you don't need to put your concealer all the way over there. I might pop a little bit on my cheeks because I get a bit of red on my cheeks and maybe a little bit on my chin as well. Now, I'm going to add a bit of blush. This is called Baby Doll Kissin' Blush from YSL and it comes in this lovely little tube, like a nail varnish almost. And you get a nice little brush. I'm going to add a little bit on my cheeks. It's for lips as well, but I'm going to use it just on my cheeks today. Tiny little bit. And again, this will give you just a really healthy, flush cheek. I know you're probably thinking, well, she just concealed her cheeks to take down any pink, but this is a different pink. This is not my cheek pink. And then I'm going in with some bronzer. The Healthy Glow powder from Givenchy. There's a lot of products as a makeup artist that I really, really rely on. And this, honestly, works miracles. If you find your skin's looking a bit dull sometimes or it just needs a little bit of a lift, this is the one. I use shade 3 or 4, depending on the time of year. But it just gives you a little lift, a boost, an instant boost. For my highlighter today, I'm going to use Pink Light from MAC. They do 5 different shades of this. And this one has like slightly pinky hues going through it. I like to get it into my fingers. Tap it into the cheekbones, down the nose panel and along the cupid's bow a little bit as well. Now we're on to lips. So first of all, I'm going to share a little beauty hack with you guys. Bit of lip balm first of all. Now this is really put quite a lot on. I'll show you this little thing that I picked up in Primark. Little pair of lips and on the lips there are tiny little grooves and the back you have this little bit so you pop your fingers in. Just pop it onto your lips and you massage it and it takes off any dry skin cells. It's like a mini exfoliator. It's so cute, look. and it's kind of rubbery, so it's really gentle. Especially for your first date, it's quite important to wear a lip primer. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Lip, and this is going to give you a really nice, gorgeous surface to work on. It's quite waxy, so your lips will be left moisturised, hydrated, feeling really smooth before you put your lipstick on. I'm going to use the Lip Cheat lip pencil from Charlotte Tilbury in shade Pillow Talk. Such a popular shade. This is another tip I can share with you guys. So you want your lipstick to stay on the duration. Use your lip pencil all over your lips, and it will help to lock your lipstick shade in. Also, it means that your lipstick and your lip pencil will both fade at the same time, so you're not going to be left with that outer lip line thing going on. And then the lipstick I'm going to use is from Guerlain. It's one of the Rouge G lipsticks, so look at this packaging. It's so fun. So you pull the little silver bit back there, and then it opens up and you've got your little mirror. You take it out and your lipstick's inside. This is like a rosy pink nude. It'd be such a nice present for someone. For your first date makeup, I think a satin based lipstick would be really, really nice because they make the lips look a bit plump. It's a really chic and gorgeous texture. So pop that back in like that. One thing I will say is pop a little bit of face powder on to set your makeup. This is Medium Plus from MAC, the mineralised powder. I'm going to use a really small brush for this because I don't need too much of it. Just around the nose, the chin and the forehead, and then maybe a little bit under the eyes. I don't ever put too much under the eyes though, just a little bit. And again, a nice small brush means you've got more control. This would probably be my ideal look for a first date, but obviously everyone has their own preferences. I am going to do a red lip now, so I'm going to take this off and do the same look with red. So going back in with some lip primer. I'm going to use a shade called Red from MAC Cosmetics. This is like a kind of slightly orangey red rather than a blue red. So the shade I'm going to use is from Givenchy, and it's called Carmin Escarpin, and it's a gorgeous satin red. So it's just the right amount of moisture and satin texture, and it stays on top of this lip pencil for hours. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this first date makeup tutorial today. If you have any questions at all, then please ask us below, we'll get back to you. My name's Cher Webb, my Instagram name is @SherWebbMakeup. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.